YouTube. So this video is going to be about that I have Max, what you doing? That's my dog. He's like, I thought he was going to want to be out again because he goes in and out the house all the time. It's annoying. But anyways, Max, stop it. Anyways, so this video is going to be about this online friend that I've got, which I've been talking about in other videos, because someone will, something in my eye. I've literally just woke up, so I've probably got sleep in my eye or something. But anyways, so it's going to be about my online friend, who, because he likes me and I like him, as it like we fancy each other, because we've seen each other's photos and we like each other's personalities, and we get on really well, but I had just told my mum, can't remember, must have been a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of like it might be last month or the start of this month, but we've liked each other for a while, but I was really frightened to tell my parents, because he's online and and because we haven't met, so I didn't know how to tell my parents, and plus there's a bit of an age gap, but I'm not really bothered about, because I'm going to go more into this, but I just want to like see how I told my parents first. So my mum, because I've had loads of ex-boyfriends, I've got 6 ex-boyfriends. Max, stop getting under my leg. I've got 6 ex-boyfriends, and there's also I've also had a few different crushes that's messed on with my head and that, and it's not been very nice. So my mum was like saying it was that she wishes boys would just treat us right, because she says that my ex-boyfriends didn't treat us right, and my crushes didn't treat us right. And by the way, if any of my friends say this, or any of my ex-boyfriends say this, please don't start having a go at us or anything. I'm not saying anything horrible about us. All this video is just explaining that about my online friend, because I know that some of my ex-boyfriends might say, why are you saying this about me and stuff like this? Just stop, because I'm not falling out with any of us, but I'm just saying this video is just about my online friend. But yeah, my ex-boyfriends weren't very good for us, because they either cheated on us, well, one of them used us, they pretended to like us, like this for like one day or something, and then broke up with us, or went out with other people behind my back, well and stuff, because I've got one boyfriend that, well actually 2 boyfriends, yeah, because I think Ryan did it as well, because one of my boyfriends, it was in 2011 I think it was, to 2015, he was dating us and this other girl, so I was like, wow, so my mum was like saying they weren't very good for us and that. I know when this video gets posted out, I'm going to lose friends, as I always do, because if I say about stuff like this, my friends just fall out. My friends fall out with us. So this is what I'm going to say more about my online friend. But anyway, so my mum was like saying she wishes boys treat us right. So I just said to her, I says, Mum, can I tell you something? Will you not go off it with us? And she was like saying, okay then. I said, because she knew about my online friend, because she knows we played Grand Theft Auto with each other every night. So I said to her, I says, do you know my online friend? She was like, yeah. I says, we like each other. And I said, but I said, he's not a dodgy person or anything. Well, she knew that anyway. And then I was just like saying, but we're not gonna, like, he's not a bad person. He's not gonna like come and get us or attack us or anything. Because he knows whereabouts I'm from, and plus you've got Snapchat maps, so he probably knows where I live anyway, and I know where he lives. So he could have quite if he was a bad person, he could have quite easily come and killed us. That's what I said to my mum. But he's not a bad person. So my mum, I was shocked because I was like, oh Christ, I've said it now. That means I probably have to. That means I probably have to delete him and she'll probably delete him and stuff off my phone and that. So I was like, she was like, she was pleased for us because she knows that this person, I don't know if I should say his name. Well, I've said his name on other videos. He's called Daniel. I'm not going to say his surname because I don't, for his privacy. But anyways, and we really get along really well. And then when my dad was at work, it was my mum's day off. When my dad came in, my mum was like, me and Kirsty's been having a sensible conversation. And I was like, oh God, don't tell Dad, because I didn't know how Dad was going to react, because he like, to be honest, like, I thought my mum was going to be the strict one, because of the way boys have treated us, in the past couple of years, she hasn't really been keen of us with boys. Well, she wants us to have a boyfriend, but she wants us to be careful with the boys, because the boys that I've been with are just total. I can't say the word because you're not allowed to swear on YouTube, because of snowflakes. But the total, let's just say, buttholes. I should say. Not all of my exes were nasty though. It's just because not all of them, because I had some nice ones. It's just been mainly my the ex. I'm not going to say his name, but the ex that used us, and another crush that just used us. So what I was saying is, so my mum said, my mum's like Kirsty's online friend, they like each other, and then so my dad was like, oh, okay then, but he didn't say anything bad either. And then I've been telling my mum like different things about him and that, and honestly I really hope I get to meet him and that, because this is what we're wanting to do, right, is well, I'll tell you a bit more about him actually, because we're getting on really well, because he like, I'm not going to say what's happened in his life, obviously, because it's his privacy. He might not want it in the video, but like, he's been like going through a bit he's been going through a bit what I've been through, but some of it's a bit worse than what I've been, like worse than what I've been. So he's been there for us, and it's been really, really nice. And also, I think, hi Harvey, I think my parents had a feeling that we liked each other. Well, my mum, because when I came downstairs one night, because I was playing Grand Theft Auto with them, and I came downstairs and my mum was like, why can't you not go with Daniel? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you like Daniel, don't you? And I did like him, but I just had to say no, because I wasn't ready to tell Mum yet, and because I overthink, I always think the worst. So I was like thinking, if I say that I like him, something bad might happen. Like, I was thinking she might say that that she might make us block him or something. I was like, I don't want that to happen because he's a really nice person. So and then my mum was like, well, why can't you be with Daniel for? He's a nice person. He's better than the boys you've been with and that. So I was like, yeah, I know he's nice, but I was like, I haven't met him. I was just like playing that and that. And then my mum was like, and then I went upstairs, and then she was like, well, just get to know Daniel and that. So I was like, okay then. So I was like, well, this might make it easier for when I tell my parents. So I was like, telling Daniel and that. And Daniel, honestly, he has been there for us. He's a lovely person. Because I really overthink. My overthinking's really bad, and I always think the worst. Daniel doesn't mind if I overthink, because sometimes I overthink about him and that. I thought I had something about. And then he doesn't go off it with us. He doesn't get fed up with us. He just says, it's fine, you just overthink and calm down. He tells us the answers and that. But some of my friends in real life go off it with us and have arguments with us, and say and get fed up with us and then fall out with us. I'll pick up arguments with us and then say, right, we can't be friends anymore. And I'm like, what? I was like, it's not my fault. But Daniel's been there for us. And he doesn't think I'm stupid for overthinking or silly for overthinking. What was I going to say again? I had a lot of things I was going to say, and when you come on video, it's like goes out because you panic. But it's just really nice. But the thing is right, this is hard because me and Daniel talk about this a lot, because obviously we want, this is what we want to do. We want to meet each other to see to see what each other's like and that. But we do actually think that we will like each other, because we've seen pictures of each other. We know what each other's personalities is like. We're similar to each other, to be honest. We know, we've seen videos of each other, and that's funny that we were lying to each other about that. Because I showed him my YouTube videos, so you probably end up watching this video. If you're watching this, Daniel, hello. But he showed us his videos, because, well, they're not his videos, it's videos that his friend put on. Because it was when he was at school and that, and we've got funny saying we like to take the mick. We're not the mick. We like to tease each other and that. So in one of his videos, he said, "Shut up, Stephen." So I always go down the mic saying, "Shut up, Stephen." And then, because I always say in my videos, "Hello, YouTube," he always goes, "Hello, YouTube, hello, YouTube." And it was so funny. And we love to wind each other up. We've got this funny bus thing. I'm not going to say it on YouTube because, in case snowflakes get offended. But we've got this funny saying for this van bus looking thing. It's really funny. It makes us laugh. We're getting on with each other so well. So what I'm gonna do is, I talk about this Daniel a lot with my parents, so that they know that I'm really into him and that. And what I'm gonna do is, well, obviously it's hard at the minute because of lockdown, but I'm gonna speak to my mum and say, when can I meet Daniel? Can I meet Daniel and that? And then hopefully she says yes. But obviously it's going to have to be after lockdown, because the way this world is, because different parts of England's been getting locked down and that. Again, nothing saying that there might be a lockdown, and it's horrible. So So what I'm going to do is, and then hopefully, after I've met a few times, I'm thinking like maybe like a few times get to know each other, like personally and that, and then I'm hoping, because I'm not going to say where he's from for his privacy, but he lives like away from it, like he lives in England like me, but he lives like away from us. So what I'm hoping to do, because I don't really want to move down to him, because I've got family and I've got friends. I think if I didn't have a best friend, I probably would move down there. I don't know, I probably would, but I would really miss my best friend, and he said he would miss me. So what I'm hoping to do is, I'm hoping that when we're ready in that, I'm hoping like if we get along with each other, like when we meet, because you never know, he might go off us. Like if we meet, he might say, oh, actually I don't really like you, and that. So hopefully after we've met a few times, I'm hoping like to like get a house of my own, and like maybe my parents like say that he could move in with us. I don't, but this is what we've been talking about, because he says that he doesn't really have any friends because of what he's been through and that. And my mum knows about what he's been through, but I'm not going to say it on YouTube for his privacy. But we are hoping to like, we've just been talking about, because obviously we haven't met yet, and Daniel was like saying, well, we need to meet and get to know each other first, which I've been saying as well. So, but what we've been talking about is, what we're hoping for is, because we'll live away from each other. I was like saying, well, maybe you could move down here and come and live with me, because he said that he doesn't have enough money to buy like a house and that. So I'm hopefully once we've met each other a few times, hopefully my mum would be like, you can come and live with me. But obviously not straight away, because like me and Daniel are saying, you've got to get to know, like we've got to know each other on the game, and because we've been friends for ages, and like you've got to like get like meet, because you can't just say like online, right, you can come and live for me, and then they come all the way down from where they live, and they come and stay with you, because you can't do that. You've got to meet them in person first. So that's what we're doing, and we are being quite sensible about this, because we do really, really like each other, and we're there for each other. I've really helped Daniel with, well, I've been going on about some of his videos about what he's been through. I've really helped him with what he's been through, and I make him really happy in that. And he's helped me a lot, and he's always there for us. My friends don't like us saying this, but he understands us more than what my friends do. So I honestly, I do really want to be with him and that. I wish he lived closer, but if not, I'm going to try and get, because he said to me, because like we've talked about it, because we like talk about the future and that, and if we like each other, like when we meet and that. So what I was going to do is, like he said to me, he would be fine like moving down here, and that, because he says to me, that he wouldn't mind. I think he says he wouldn't mind being away from his parents and that, but he like, you could still see them and that. Obviously I wouldn't keep that away from him, But yeah, obviously it's not going to happen yet because we haven't met, and we were saying to Siobhan we need to meet a few times before anything like that happens. And oh yeah, and about the age gap, because I was saying there's a bit of an age gap. He is, Max, stop it. He is like 7 years older than me, but I don't really say 7 years because when I was born he was 6, and his birthday's like a few months after that. I'm not going to say when his birthday is for his privacy, or like the birth month, but he is, and but he is more mature than the boys I've been with, and that because he's just like he doesn't mess on in my head, or that he's always there for us. So I was like thinking, well why? Because what I was thinking is, well, why just say, oh no, the age gap's a problem for me. If he's there for us, I like him, he likes me, and he treats us better than what my exes do, and what my crushes do. So I was like, why just chuck all that away if he's all them things, because he's all them things that I want. And as well as I've got disabilities, and he doesn't mind about that. Like, honestly, he's fine with my disabilities. He says I'm fine the way I am. And he said as well as that he wouldn't mind, like, because like when you've got disabilities, sometimes you've got to have like some things you need help with, and he said he wouldn't judge us or anything, and he'll always be there for us. So I need someone who's trustworthy as well, and who's caring and that. So he's all them things that I want in a boy. And as well as, I don't like saying this because this hurts us, because of what crushes have said to me in the past. And people say that you have types, and I went through, like I was saying that I don't really have a type, because the reason why I said that is because a lot of my crushes were saying to me, oh, you're not my type, and that affected my mental health. So what I do is I say, it's not about types, it's about who the person is, because you shouldn't be picky with them, because what I say, if you're going to be picky, then you won't find anyone. And like people like, but when I was younger, I used to always want a boy with brown hair, brown eyes, and tall. Daniel's got all of that. He's got brown hair, he's tall, he's got brown eyes, and I really like him. And to be honest, he's much better looking than my exes, I've got to say, and he's got much better personality as well than them. And he is really like me, because he's self-conscious. I'm like that. He likes pop. I love pop. He likes his EastEnders. I like EastEnders. He watches on the buses. I do that. He likes Family Guy. I like Family Guy. And we're so much like each other. I'm pleased that my parents are fine with it, because a few before, like I can't remember which month it was. I think it might have been March. Sometime in March. My mum was watching this programme, so she panicked about Daniel. She came upstairs. Max, you've just came in, I'm making a YouTube video. Oh, for God's sake, get out then. He's in and out. So my mum, I was thinking if I thought with Daniel upstairs like I always do. And my mum came upstairs because she was watching this programme. I don't know what it was about. It was like, it must have been about people online and stuff, I'm guessing anyway. So my mum came upstairs saying, can I speak to Daniel? And I was like, okay then. I was just like, why though? And then she was like, because I want to be friendly. And then because Daniel's really self-conscious, he's got Facebook, I've got him on Facebook. That's just the floor, by the way, it's really squeaky. Daniel's got Facebook, but he doesn't have a profile picture because he's really self-conscious. But I've seen loads of pictures about him. We'll go more into that in a minute. And so Daniel was like, so my mum was like saying hello, but Daniel was just like texting us hello because he doesn't really have a mic, but he does have a mic, but he doesn't use it because it isn't as good as mine. So we're just texting that. But I've heard his voice anyway. And then my mum was like, why is he not answering? I was like, because he doesn't have a mic. And then she was like saying, I don't think that Daniel's the boy that you think he is. And I was like, what you on about? Well, obviously I knew what she was on about. But then she was like, has he got Facebook? I was like, yeah. She was like, let's see then. So I showed her. And she was like, I don't think Daniel's that type of that boy I think he is. So I was just like, oh, get down then. So she was like, delete him and that. So obviously I had to explain to him what was going on. And then he was like, it's fine. You've got to listen to your parents and that. And he really understood because he's a good person. I said to him, send us a picture. Sat and sent my mum, because on Snapchat, the pictures you send don't save. Because he sent us like pictures of his face, so I knew that he was real. So I sent that to my mum, and then my mum's fine with it and that. And now she really likes him because Daniel's always been there for us and that. So, and he's a really good guy. But yeah, he's really nice. Like, because what he's been through, I really panic about him and that, because like we really like each other, and like it is really hard what he's gone through. And I don't want anything to happen again. Like, I just wish he could like be up here so I could like be there for him and that, because I think because he's online and that, you panic about them more because you haven't met them, and like you don't know what, because like they don't live close to you, you can't like see them every day and that. So like you just panic. You're like, oh, they're fine. What they're gonna do if they've gone through what he's been through? It's horrible. It really is horrible. But I think my parents probably knew that I liked him because of what he's been through. I was really panicking. Like I thought something had happened to him because he hadn't been online all that day. So I was I was in tears and that. So my parents had to calm us down. And then I just burst, and then they were like, "He'd be on soon because he'd be playing GTA with you." And I burst out laughing because I got a text from him. And then my mum was like, "See, you shouldn't panic and that." But I do, because I overthink and I always think the worst and that. But yeah, so I'm really hoping that that we can work and that. It's just horrible that people can live like because I looked it up and apparently it's about 3 hours to get to where he lives. So it is. But I'm not bothered if he lives far away. I'll still go and see him and that. But I just really hope that he can move up here, because it would be good. Like obviously once we've got to know each other personally and that, because you never know. He might when we meet, he might not like us. You don't know these things. But anyway, that's it for this video. Bye.